which was fire, now it's smoke in the past. You said love would never fade, but your eyes forgot my face. Now I'm staring at the silence where your promises were placed. Now I'm standing in the ashes of us, we forever turned to dust. I gave you all I had to give, but love wasn't enough. You left without a warning, no fight, no final fuss, just echoes in the embers, in the ashes of us. Your sweater's still on my chair, but your warmth is long gone. And every I love you feels like I got it wrong. I talk to the night sometimes, pretend you might reply, but truth hits like thunder, you were gone before goodbye. Now I'm standing in the ashes of us, where dreams collapse and fall. What once felt like everything now feels like nothing at all. You faded like a whisper, no anger, no mistrust, just silence in the wreckage, in the ashes of us. If love was meant to save us, why did it let us burn? Now I sift through what remains and there's nothing left to learn. I'm still standing in the ashes of us, with your ghost beneath my skin. If I could start it all again, would you still let it end? You disappeared so quietly, left me scattered in the dust. Now all I hold is heartache in the ashes of us. Lights are on, but dimmer now. The walls still wear your name. Your coffee cup sits untouched, and nothing feels the same. The mirror shows a stranger since you walked out that door. I wander through these quiet halls, but I'm not living anymore. These are just rooms without you, empty space and hollow sound. I reach for you in darkness, but there's no one left around. You were the life inside these walls, now they echo something cruel. This house is still standing, but they're just rooms without you. The bed is made, but cold as stone. The clock keeps ticking slow. I replay every moment before you let me go. There's laughter in the corners, still floating in the air, but I can't breathe the same way since you're no longer there. These are just rooms without you, coffee now, though I still reach for two. Your coat still hangs behind the door, like it's waiting here for you. I sleep on the edge of the mattress, leave your side untouched. They say you don't come back again, but I still hope too much. Now I'm left with half of everything, half a smile, half a song, half a heart that beats too slow since you've been gone too long. I live in broken patterns, and every step still stings, 'cause you walked off with forever and left me half of everything. Watch our favorite movies, but they don't feel the same. I turn to laugh with someone who won't ever come again. The mail still says your name, and I can't throw it out. Even pain becomes a keepsake when there's nothing left but doubt. Now I'm left with half of everything, half a light in every room, voice inside my head that calls and fades too soon. You were my full beginning, my middle and my wings, but now I'm stuck remembering half of everything. You didn't leave in pieces, you took the whole of you, and I've been learning how to live with the nothing you left too. Still I'm left with half of everything, half a soul, half a breath, trying to build a future with the ruins of what's left. I hold on to your shadow like it's something hope might bring, but love can't grow in silence, and I only have half of everything. Our favorite movies, but they don't feel the same. I turn to laugh with someone who won't ever come again. The mail still says your name, and I can't throw it out. Even pain becomes a keepsake when there's nothing left but doubt. When there's nothing left but doubt and everything. You were in your heart You passed right through my soul and left me holding blame. Now I'm learning how to live where healing never starts. I was somewhere in your story, but nowhere in your heart. You held me like forever, but your eyes were far away. I should have known that love like that was never meant to stay. We danced inside a moment that didn't truly last. Now I'm clinging to a future that's buried in the past. We were living on borrowed time, counting stars that weren't ours. You loved me like a secret under temporary stars. I gave you all my minutes, you were gone by the last chime. Now I'm stuck here breaking on borrowed time. You spoke in tender riddles, but I missed that in truth you never planned to stay here. You just wanted passing youth. I built a world around us, but you were just passing through. I gave you something real, but you gave me something used. We were living on borrowed time, counting stars that weren't ours. You loved me like a secret under temporary stars. I gave you all my minutes, you were gone by the last chime. Now I'm stuck here breaking on borrowed time. You can't keep love that's leaving, no matter how you try. And I can't hold the ending in a story built on lies. So here's to our borrowed time and the hours I can't reclaim. You wrote your name in passing while I burned beneath the flame. Now I count the days in silence and pretend I'm doing fine, but I'll never get back that borrowed time. On borrowed time. Spoke in tender riddles, but I missed the hidden truth. You never planned to stay here, you just wanted passing youth. I built a world around us, but you were just passing through. I gave you something real, but you gave me something used. You can't keep love